I want to ask a question. How many of you know that there is a flood in Iran? Anybody? 1, 2, 3, 6 people. And 2 of them also are from Iran. And I will give you just a brief report on it. So, the flood started almost 20 years ago. And it destroyed lots of houses, damaged lots of houses also. And you can see the map here. 10 million people were affected by the flood, and 2 million people now are in need. And today that I'm talking to you, also the flood is in the south part of Iran, in just close to the Persian Gulf, in the province of Khuzestan. 296,000 people were displaced, and unfortunately we have 78 people that they lost their lives. And also the losses, financial losses of this flood in these days, it also about 3.5 billion USD. So I want to just play something here for you, and you will see how the flood happened. And this is recorded in Shiraz on March 25th. Just have a look on it. And this was the flood. And lots of people died here. It is a sad story and dramatic scene. So let's we continue. And about the same exact point that this flood happened, and you see what is going on. It's a good lesson for all of us to know what was there. Look here, look at this photo. This is the place, you can see the traffic here, cars are moving. This is the same place in a photo many years ago. And if you look at the old photo, you can see a water channel next to it. There was a mistake here. The municipality of Shiraz, they filled this channel and they built a road. And when the water came, this flood happened at the same point, and all these cars were crashed with each other, and people died there. So here it's something to learn, and we should always be careful. Once Darrell said about the wisdom of ancestors, about tsunami, and also I want to tell you, we have also the same quotes in Persian. This statue was the statue of Ferdowsi Tusi, the national poet of Iran, and he said that the wise man will never make his bed in a place that once there were a stream. So when the water was going anytime, the water again will come sometimes. So in future, if you see people that they build their houses, they build their homes, or they build something in these places, and you say that, you know, the flood, flash flood may happen, and after that, the water will find this way to come. And but the question that I ask you, how many of you know about this problem? Lots of people didn't know, and because this problem that it is a major problem now in Iran, and almost 1/3 of the country it's a big 1 million square kilometer, square meter. Yes, square kilometer. So went under the water, 1/3 of the country. So how you don't know about it because it is not in the news, unfortunately, and because Iran is isolated, and the challenges we face, Iranian flood is not highlighted, as I am telling you, and there were also little foreign financial aid due to the banking limitation and sanctions against Iran, while Iranian government also cannot handle the cost alone. And even the organization, Red Crescent, said that we are not able to help these people. And lots of people in the first map, you see how many houses are destroyed. 54,000 houses are destroyed. People, they don't have house now. And Iran badly needs this financial aid. And unfortunately, because of the banking system, it's not possible. So here, a proposal to LBD 10 participants is that the Iranians need for your emotional support, and let's send a message of empathy and solidarity to Iranian nation in our final statement of LBD 10. I send the message also on others and all of your email, and you can also edit it. So thank you, thanks for your attention.
Does somebody have some comments for now? Yes, please.
Yes, yes, sir.
I live on the island in the middle of state, and my office is closer to the sea. If you stand in my office in Victoria Island, I think we have some sky meeting. My office is
Yes.
close to the sea.
Yes.
And there are so many international companies that invest in those regions, and they drove away the ocean. They do what is called sandfill. Now, is there regulations to control engineering from such practices? Are there regulations? Because so many international companies, they like to build around the sea, they drive the sea away. Are there regulations?
There is strict regulations, but about this special case, it was the government that did this, they did the mistake. But in other areas, some people also, they built their, for example, fish farms, somewhere that they suppose not. They didn't have any permissions, and no, the government will not compensate and will not help them.
I'm not talking of government permission. In my country, if you have political connection, you can get government permission for almost anything. What I want to say is that is there regulations are there global regulations against construction companies?
Yes, they need to get all these permissions and licenses.
Thank you.
Hassan?
Yes,
please.
Thank you very much, Nabi. When you are speaking, I remember an idiom. The water doesn't forget its way.
Yeah.
The water doesn't forget its way. So in Shiraz, I think it is a municipality mistake. And so the water didn't forget its way, but at the time there is a big road and automobiles there in the way of the water. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for listening.
Nabi, thank you for sharing that. That's really very sad. And I just want to manifest support to your proposal for an LBD and T10 emotional support and letter. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Nabi, for your sharing. It is really important, but I didn't understand why foreign agencies support this disaster. It is a disaster. It is not a politic informing or not a politic challenge. It is another situation. I didn't understand. I am so sad for this agency and the world. What is the problem?
We are also so sad. Thank you so much for the comment. Also, this is not political situation. It's a humanitarian actually case, and it's the time at least we can inform ourselves about this because we are here for the disaster. Because the banking restrictions it's imposed on Iran, and they don't allow any transactions to go to Iran. That's why even the humanitarian aid, financial aid, it's not possible. But Iran also got some aids from, for example, foods and something like this from other countries. Though some other, for example, some these aid helicopters and these things also they don't give it to Iran because of some sanctions against Iran. And there are lots of sad stories about Iran. It's you know, we don't have enough time. Otherwise, I will tell you how many people died because we don't have spare parts for airplanes. And every year you can see lots of people, intellectuals and high-level people die in air crash in Iran. And this is something that we need also the world to be conscious about it, that Iranian nations, they need support from all people who have this, yes.
It seems to be an anomaly. A situation where you are showing us slides which show the panic of people and the condition of people and with violent waves. This we have seen also in during the tsunami in Japan, the similar sort of cars being flooded and so on, and water coming inside. Now, if Iran wanted humanitarian aid, they would have made the transaction easy to receive funds. They don't want the funds. Because then, if they want the funds, apart from the UN agencies, there are hundreds and thousands of private foundations. Even in Nepal, when there was an earthquake, I'm the vice president of the retired UN, and we raised funds and we gave it to the Nepali ambassador.
This is actually a special case in the email that I sent to you. Also, you will see also the formal statement from the global, the International Red Cross. That you will see that they said that we are not able to help.
So that means Iran doesn't want the funds.
No,
if Iran wanted the funds, Iran would have made the transaction easy.
No, Iran is asking for the fund because the scale of the damage to the country is so much. But
then why is she making the banking easier? Why can't they receive the funds?
No, it's not Iran that put sanction on themselves, but this is Western countries that impose the sanctions against Iran.
Okay.
And they don't allow
that we know. That we know. But Iran can receive funds.
No.
Not from anybody.
No, you cannot.
Are there any other comments before we discuss that? Finish off.
Yeah, this is that situation. Mal?
Yeah, I empathize with the people of Iran, but we have to understand that even disasters are now political issues. So the situation in Iran, we know they have sanctions. So if a particular foundation would like to help them, but they are based in a country that agreed with the sanctions, they cannot send any money or any help. Besides, their banks cannot accept funding from other countries because they are under sanction. So even if international organizations would like to help, you cannot send because they are blocked from helping by political entities. Yes, but by countries where they are based. So for example, if Germany agreed with a sanction against Iran, and German foundation would like to help, they cannot send because they will be prohibited from sending, or else they will be sanctioned by their own country. That's the problem.
And what about this United Nations included?
Well, the UN has actually sanctions.
Maybe.
So even the UN, even probably UNICEF or UNESCO, even if they want to help.
Okay, so maybe I should correct, and it's fine to be on video. The sanctions officially exclude humanitarian assistance programs. So UN sanctions, including the United States sanctions, which are not UN sanctions, exclude humanitarian life-saving assistance officially.
So it's a matter of how much pressure can be put on the humanitarian need. And certainly it was discussed in the US media in the United States, the shortage of parts for helicopters in Iran, in the floods, was on the media, mainstream. Okay? So that's why I'm aware of it. As was also supplies for aircraft, some aircraft supplies, for civil aviation, because civil aviation is also exempt because of airline safety. So some parts do get imported, but there are restrictions. The Europeans have set up an alternative measure, especially Germans and a few other European nations, for supporting small businesses on the range of several $1 million or that sort of range, bypassing the US currency SWIFT system. Europe is a different position to the US. But humanitarian assistance is meant to be exempt. So international aid agencies can, and the UN can, transfer their work for humanitarian assistance officially. And I think Nabi's point was, the question was asked was interesting, that many people were not aware of the floods in Iran, which is just a shortage of global media. People are not really going to report, but again, at least it's good that in the US I listened to the news. It was certainly on BBC Global News. Many days it was running because of the trying to be global coverage, to be fair. Thank you, Nabi.
Thank you. Just the final comment about this global European service system. It is a very complex issue, but this is not the place also to discuss that. But it is good. We also we know that the flood is going in Iran, and people now just know that they are sitting here. They are in this worst situation ever for flood, and we also listen our prayer to Iranian people, and I request you for the loss of these lives that happened in Iran. We have 1 minute silence here.
First, any other comments or questions from anybody? Thank you, Nabi. So you can